Thank you, Marissa. Thank you, Toastmaster and fellow Toastmasters. In planning tonight's talk, the ninth in our list of 10, the power to persuade, I was stumped. I thought, what am I going to talk about? I'm a teacher. I persuade students with knowledge every class. But it's more than just to tell some information and more than just to, as you know, maybe change the way you think, but maybe to actually change your behavior by the end of my talk, or at least leave the residual for it. And I started writing lists of what I was going to make my talk about. Should I talk about this? Should it be political activism? Should it be something good for our environment? Should it be something about our health and well-being? And as I was putting the list together, I realized I had put a list together, and there, voila, there it was my topic. The power of putting a list together. And the persuasive power that not only if we believe it, we'll achieve it. A wonderful catchphrase that's been around for about 100 years since Napoleon Hill and the power of positive thinking and W. Clement Stone and success through positive mental attitude. But I've changed that topic. If you believe it, make a list of it, and then you'll achieve it. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you some tools of the trade that I think will help you. And I'm going to invite you, if you so choose, to actually write a few notes down. You see, our lists are going to help us get more organized. They're going to help us train our thoughts. Our lists are going to protect our time and organize our time. They'll make us more effective. Lists can, in themselves, help us declutter our major world where every moment there's stimulus coming toward us, and where do we start? First, second, third. And so I've got some gifts for each of you today. I've got a Post-it note developed by an inventor from 3M Company in Minnesota, revolutionized the idea of making lists. I also have another tool for you that I'd like to share with you, if you so choose. It's a particular day runner page from my book in which you can make a list of, prioritize if you're a list maker in that way. Other visual aids, if you need something that stands out on a cluttered desk, make your list in a bright red color. Or if your list is particularly long, get a bigger index card.
Wow.
Some of you might want to organize your life a week at a time or a month at a time, and your computer will generate for you a nice calendar. And if you'd like one, I'll be happy to provide that for you afterwards. Today's 21st technology has gone beyond paper and pencil, because now we have smartphones that allow us to make lists. We have Palm Pilots. We have our laptop computers. We even have a memory stick that was mentioned earlier that has so much information that you can go and swap lists with another classmate or your teacher. And voice recorders, if you don't even have time to write it down, tell yourself. In fact, your cell phone probably has that device where you can leave a message for yourself of a list of things to do. But what do people need to make lists for? Think about yourself. I'm sure each of you have, at some point, made a list in your life. Maybe some of you make them every day. We make our to-do lists, our just-do-it lists, our grocery lists, our party invitation lists, our Christmas card lists. We have our grocery lists. We have our chores lists, especially chores for our spouses or partners, for household chores. We have lists of the cities and parks we hope to visit, things to pack on a trip list, things we want to do in our life lists, and even some presidents have enemies lists. I hope to organize all these ideas for lists in a book that I hope to write someday called My Wonderful Book of Lists. I'd like to share a few key strategies on list making. Perhaps you've seen this. The ABCs of list making. A, divide your column into 3 parts, if you should choose to. And if you have time for it, you want to just jot this down, you're welcome to. Take this larger card and do just that. On the A column, you'd be divide your column into 3 pages. On the A would be all the things that you want to accomplish the next day or the next week. The B column would be the items called, but not a type priority. So that items that are, but not on the top priority. And your C list are the things that can wait. because certainly everything's not equal. So you have your everything that's on your mind list, your but not a top priority list, and the can definitely wait list. And what that's going to help you do is realize that sometimes the things that can wait list will allow you, if you put them in their C category, and third, you can get through the things that you really need to do. And so it's a way of prioritizing A, B, and C. Another way, if you flip over the card, I like is the CVS, BVS. Take a look at the current view of your situation, and if you'd write CVS on the left side of the card, which is a way of just reflecting on yourself. Sometimes a list is not about an immediate, I need to do this tomorrow or this week, but as we're coming towards summer, we think, what do I want to accomplish this summer? With the yard, with the family, with a little time off that I might have. And so we look at the current view of our situation, and we make a list of what's working or what's not working. And on the other side, we make another list called the better view of the situation, the BVS. So we make a correlation of what's our current view and what's the better view, what could we improve on that. And so now we have two lists, a list dealing with the what is, and the list is the what if. My goal tonight was to show you that the power of making a list can make you more effective. Look around this beautiful hospital. Look around at our society and culture today. We certainly would not have grown so fast in the last 100 years if it wasn't, I believe, for lists. The Willis Tower would never have been created without many lists, a master list, and each contractor having sub-lists. This hospital would never function without each of the departments working together. If each professional coming in here not only had a list of their work to do when they showed up, but the list of ways to work together. You see, if you accomplish your to-do list, I think you'll turn it into a ta-da list. Ta-da! I've accomplished my list. Thank you very much.
Hi.